What's happening, Champion? And they released not too long ago a world overview of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now we're just going to be taking a look at the new things and things we haven't seen before. The things we've already covered, we're just going to skip through them or avoid them, ignore them, neglect them. But let's dive into it.
The newest titles in the Pokemon series are the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
Sure.
These titles will be open-world RPGs, a first for the Pokemon series.
Main series.
Sprawling landscapes and vibrant towns weave together to form the Paldea region, where your new adventure will unfold.
There we go.
These are the legendary Pokemon, Koraidon and Miraidon.
Miraidon!
You'll rely on one of them as a partner in your adventure. Climb on! And together you'll dash across grassy fields, move across water, and glide through the sky. Your partner can change forms as needed while you explore every nook and cranny of the region with them.
They make it sound like you're getting them first thing.
You will be enrolling at a certain academy as a student.
Right, yeah, cool.
And a special independent study project awaits you. The Treasure Hunt.
The Treasure Hunt, right.
You'll embark on a journey to find treasure of your own, here in Paldea.
It's just
3
treasure
grand
hunting.
stories are waiting for you.
3?
One story will revolve around the familiar gym battles.
Okay.
You'll go to 8 Pokemon gyms and aim for the champion rank.
Nice.
In these games, there is no set path you must take when challenging the gyms. Chart your very own course along Victory Road.
So then they have to go with whatever level you have, maybe?
The other 2 stories you'll
that didn't show a
experience
level.
hold many surprises and discoveries as well. Which story will you begin with? How will you progress through them? It is all up to you.
What?
Professor Sada and Professor Churro, research legends passed on in the Paldea region.
Right.
Mr. Clavel is the director of the academy you'll attend. And Mr. Jacques is your homeroom teacher who teaches biology.
Hello, Jacques.
You'll have your battle-loving friend, Nimona. And you'll meet Arvin, an upperclassman and a great cook.
He's gonna cook for me every day.
There's also Penny, a shy student in your grade. There are gym leaders too, like Grusha, the Ice-type gym leader. The people you meet in Paldea are sure to enrich your adventures.
I'm excited for that. I'm always excited to meet new characters.
Many different species of Pokemon also call the Paldea region home. This Pokemon is the Paldean regional form of Wooper. It lives on the land and covers its body with a poisonous film.
Look at him. Oh, there you go. Fido.
Are delightfully squishy Pokemon that are smooth to the touch.
Catching you.
And here's
Cetitan,
which has a large body and a hard horn that can freeze its surroundings.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about that.
Of course, we also have the Pokemon from which you'll choose your first partner. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley.
I'm getting Sprigatito.
Enjoy meeting lots of Pokemon. And complete your Pokédex as part of your adventure.
What the heck is that? That's how the Pokédex is now? It's like a book? Like books?
By using the Union Circle, you can enjoy co-op play with up to 3 friends. You can go look for Pokemon you haven't yet discovered.
I hope my friends join me.
Or even ride together to race across the map.
So sad. So lonely.
Enjoy all the Paldea region has to offer with family and friends.
I wonder how that will be. Like, will they see the things you see, or is it like individual, but you're like experience it together? Oh, there's that.
The terrestrial phenomenon makes Pokemon shine like gems.
Right? Okay. But they don't give a...
All Pokemon in the Paldea region are able to terrastalize, which can provide a boost to a Pokemon's type and make its moves stronger.
Yeah.
Some Pokemon will change type when they terrastalize.
Right.
What type they become seems to depend on that Pokemon's Terra type.
Right.
For example, an Eevee would typically remain normal type after terastallizing, but there could be Eevee that become grass or water type after terastallizing.
So it completely changes then?
We hope you'll try to catch Pokemon with rare Terra types.
I thought it would give an extra type.
Pokemon that have rare Terra types are more likely to.
She talks about it. It's just basically. It just completely changes.
You can challenge Terra Pokemon in these battles with up to 3 other trainers. This is a new kind of raid battle where you can attack or heal with your own timing without having to wait for your allies. Try to cooperate with your allies to get the upper hand in these battles.
Man, that's gonna give a lot of frame drops.
After you successfully defeat a Terra Pokemon, you'll get the opportunity to catch it for yourself.
Catch it? Looks like he's using a Pokeball, not a special Pokeball. A special orb, you know? There's Lechonk.
We've kept all the things you love about Pokemon, while evolving the adventure you can have in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We hope you look forward to the day you set out on your adventure.
There you go. That's actually not too bad. A lot of the info we already went through on the website there. I really like. Go back to the Wooper, just the mouth. Like, heck and heck. They actually gave it a mouth. That makes me happy. Just look at that. Look at that one on the right there. You can totally see it's. Yeah, I love it. I also noticed. Really like Fuecoco when he goes in for a little ember. You can see that it's charging up in his mouth, and then he spits it out. That's cool. It's details like that that just really makes things a lot better. Makes things a lot more full. The Pokedex thing is interesting. You get the Pokedex and it'll probably be like, we caught Lechonk, right? And that's like a book, and then we put it in. Sprigatito, Quaxley, Lechonk. Number 10. A new Pokemon has been registered. 10. So it's not a vertical list anymore. It looks like it's gonna be horizontal, where it's gonna be like books. I guess it makes sense with it. It's like because you're in an academy, right? You got Sprigatito as number 1, and then Quaxley is number 7, and then Lechonk number 10, and then once you it's silhouetted here because there's more Pokemon left to see along the lines of the numbers. And it's the next one. I don't know about this. The sun here in the middle could mean that you got it on a clear sky, so there could be a possibility of some weather system. And then on the right side, you caught it during the day, maybe, or it is the day, or you playing during the day. Day-night cycle, maybe. Okay, let's see what we got here. Lechonk, Hog Pokemon, and you got the fancy Pokemon language font there. Number 10. You could go left and right. So this is like a card which shows the Pokemon. It's not a basic it's not just showing their figure anymore. It's showing them in their kind of like their natural habitat, kind of like a Pokemon Snap kind of thing. And then it has their details, habitat, where you can check. What's the Y for? B is already back, but Y is what? I don't know. That's interesting though. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then at the Pokemon centers, you have this Union Circle. As you see here, the green one, I guess that's Wi-Fi for sure, but what is that? Is that like online battles or something? Just to connect to the internet? Because you got the red one which you get heals, and then the blue one for shop, and then you have the circle, Union Circle, where you can just connect with your friends and host or whatever, and they'll join you and all that good stuff. The online membership needed. Yeah, what is a green one? What would that do? Maybe for trades. So then you'd have to like bunch up all the way. Everyone would have to bunch up. I guess not everybody, because It's not like in Pokemon Sword and Shield where you can see each other in the wild area. You just stand there, really. Wonder what would that be? I wonder how far they'll go with it too. Because obviously you can see you and your friends hanging out on your own Koraidon, Miraidon, right? But are you gonna see your friends like battle a Pokemon? Are you gonna see what they pick up? Are you gonna see all those things? Like, are you like, and the fact that what if they join you and they pick something up? Like, is it like, are they taking your stuff, you know, or is it just gonna be kind of like in other games where you could see, you join your friend, but everything you see is from your game, right? Not too sure. We'll see how that goes out. We'll see how that turns out. So let's take a quick look here. The Terastallizing. You'll see here the Sprigatito, level 9, 28, and then you know the usual Lechonk here. You'll see that the Lechonk is actually, the info of Lechonk is actually on top of him. It's not on the side, you know. It's not on the top right as it probably normally would. It does look like it's not. It's a fixed camera, right? You can't like in Arceus where you can move around. It's static, you know. You can't. Maybe, and maybe, but who knows? But I don't think it's gonna be controllable. But anyways, you'll see here if you press R, Terastallize. So we'll have, and then you'll see it activate. You'll see once it activates, leafage will start glowing. And that, my guess, is to say because since your Terra type, Sprigatito's Terra type is grass, it's letting you know that this is going to be more powerful. Like, this is the type for your Terra and to get that boosted damage. I'm a little curious on the difference between a Pokemon, a Pokeball, and that the orb, the Terra orb. Because you see here, the Sprigatito is already out, but then they toss the orb. So is it a separate thing? I thought it was like a Pokeball that contains the Pokemon with the power of the Terra power, I guess, the Terrastal power. But it's kind of like a totally different thing. So does that mean every Pokemon has? Does it mean every Pokemon is born with Terra power, or what? Okay, so how she talks about it, it kind of looks like it makes me feel like it's a hidden power type of thing, where every Pokemon will always have the ability to Terastallize, but all you need is just that one glowing orb, and you can only do it once per battle. So that's kind of like in the sense of Dynamaxing. Any Pokemon can Dynamax, but you can only do it once per battle. So you'd have to choose which Pokemon to Terastallize and strategize that way. And all it's doing is just giving you a type boost. And all she says is your Pokemon change type when they Terastallize. But is it completely changing them? Like the Pikachu. You're gonna get, if you pre-order, you'll get a Pikachu that knows Fly and has the Terra type of Fly. So instead of just being electric flying, it's just gonna be straight up Fly? I mean, if that's a good way to bypass some disadvantages, you know? Like imagine you get a Pikachu that has a water that's a water Terra type, you know? And then they send out a ground type, and you don't wanna switch out, or maybe you just don't have the ability to. All you'd have to do is just turn on. All you have to do is Terastallize, turn him into a water type, and then you're done. Like you don't have to worry about him. You could just start fighting because he's not electric type. He's water type now. That's interesting. So then it's just really all about catching Pokemon, figuring out what their Terra type is, and using it that way. I wonder if you can change it. You can change the Terra type, kind of like changing abilities, breeding. I hope there's breeding in here, so I can like get that going. I wonder if breeding give them a different Terra type or the same type as the parents. Jeez, there's a lot to think about. They say without timing in the Terra raid battles. They say you can you can attack without timing. So it's literally choose an attack, game will load in the attack, Pokemon will attack, Pokemon will send information that it's done attacking, and then you can choose to attack again. I'm honestly just a little bit worried about the frame drop, really, but it should be okay. It doesn't look like it's, well, there's so many particles, so anyways, a definitely fun way to catch rare Pokemon. Obviously, I guess Gardevoir is one of those rare Pokemon. But what's the point other than catching that Pokemon? Possibly, they could possibly have one extra new move, maybe. You know, kind of like with the Pikachu with Fly. Maybe Gardevoir will come out with like a Thunderbolt or something. You know, maybe something like that. Well, it'll come with one of its rare moves, maybe, or a rare Terra type. Not too sure about that, but I think it's still going to be fun. And then you see here he throws an actual, just a straight up Pokeball. So maybe the orb is a separate thing. I didn't go for this first thing, but if we look at this gym battle here against Grusha, this player will dish out an Arcanine, right? And you'll go for a Flamethrower, and that does half. But if you look here, it's not showing the level or anything. It really isn't. So what's the level? What's the level cap? What is it? Is it kind of like reverse Nuzlocke? So instead of you going to their level cap, they'll go to your level cap? Is it like what? Is it the highest? Is it average? It's very different. Not very different, but it is a different mechanic for sure. I just gotta have to find out. It is different for me. It's like one of those because you're just so used to knowing that they have a level. Like this is the next one. They're level 20, and then these ones are level 50. You know, but these ones they say that there's no set. There's no tier. There's no path. Certain path you have to take for the badges. Is you can go to whichever one you want. You want to battle this ice gym leader right now? Go for it, and then you can go against the fighting one later, you know, or you can go against the fighting one and go take the ice one later. It's very interesting. I'm more convinced now that you're gonna get Koraidon early game. They're probably, I don't think you can even use them to fight, can you? You always see that just you're just riding with them, you know. You haven't seen any of them battle, so maybe they don't fight. Maybe they're just kind of like a Rotom, you know? So I'm hoping we'll see some more legendary Pokemon that you can actually catch and fight with, you know? Stuff like that. I think that'll make me feel a lot more comfortable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else is the same we already went through. But yeah, there's a couple of things there that made you think and may give you a better understanding, so it's not too bad. Overall, I am more excited about it. I am more excited for sure. But that's it for the video. If there's anything you're confused about, you want to talk about, comment section's always open. I'm always down for a good discussion. Yeah, usual, like, subscribe, bell notification, all that. And I'll see you around.